now. You talked about Facebook ads, which is now evolved into Meta ads.
Yeah.
From your experience as you've grasped that tool and you've mastered it, not only for yourself and your band, but for hundreds of artists that you've been able to help through your agency Noiselash, why are social media ads so important for musicians to incorporate into their more marketing efforts?
So I think it really comes down to two things. Like there are two ways that you can promote yourself, your business, your music, or with organic stuff and with paid stuff. Now there is this like misconception where like you either do organic because that's the best way to do it, or you do paid ads and you don't do organic. I want to make it very clear that I'm not saying like I love social media ads, but I don't think that's the only thing that you should do. And the way that I see it is the organic efforts build relationship and brand. So when fans see your content on your social, they basically get to know you, right? And usually there is no call to action because you want to treat your organic content as like relationship building, right? So there
Correct.
is usually no call to action, usually. And so paid ads, it's literally just organic content with more impressions because you paid for it with a call to action. That is literally all that is. Because also there are then so many people saying social media ads don't work. But at the same time, if you think about it, an Instagram ad is a piece of content with more impressions because you just paid for it. So how can it not work? Like if your organic content is not working, you cannot expect social media ads to work because there is fundamentally something wrong in the way that you make content. But usually, if you're doing content that gets a lot of engagement and views, chances are that when you put dollars behind it, it can do pretty well. So I think it's important to have both because only relying on organic, it's fine if you want to post like 2, 3, 4 times a day, but at the same time, paid ads can really help you accelerate and get results faster. On top of doing organic.
Yeah, you mentioned some great points, and it really aligns with my philosophies as I get in front of artists myself, and I do my best to educate them and putting them on the right path with the right mindset. And what I like to tell them is, there's 3 marketing avenues, right? And we're not really going to talk about social proof right now because what we're really mainly talking about is core fan base building and then word of mouth creation. Right. And when we're talking about core fan base building, social media ads is the way to go. Right. Like because of the amount of control social media ads brings to the table. Right. Like you can control who, what, where you want to take them to. Like the amount of control is crazy. You can get in front of people as many times as you want. You can literally see that with like the frequency that it shows you that metric, right? So there's a lot of that ads can do for you that other forms of marketing can't. Then there's word of mouth creation, which is what you're talking about, that organic piece, right? And you need to do it. Like you need to be consistent on social media because it's going to allow you to, like you said, connect with your already familiar audience with it, whether they follow you already or your general warm audience that they know who you are. Perhaps they haven't hit the follow button yet, right? But you want to get in front of those consumers, right? That right there, that's what organic, the aspect that you're talking about. And the problem is that in the short term, at least, right? Unless, you get that algorithm, working you, which is very difficult to do. It's not an easy thing to do, right? You're going to find yourself just not being able to grow, right? And so you need paid ads to be able to put yourself in a position where day in and day out, that you are growing your brand.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why, social media ads is so important. So the fact that you brought that up, I mean, it makes me feel good. I've always thought you're somebody that's, knows what the hell they're talking about. So being able to hear that from you, I'm like, all right, cool. I know what I'm talking about then. I'm just not talking out my ass. So that's awesome, man.